Welcome aboard for our next ALTALA flight. We got about 460 pounds of medical supplies to take to Birmingham. Of course, if you remember, all the radios and GPSs are still down. I was afraid weather was going to be a big problem today, but as it turns out, ALTALA weather is just fine. Wink, wink. So, VFR flight along the I-59 corridor shouldn't be too difficult. It's about 50 miles to the northeast, 064 on the map heading. But we'll just follow the interstate and that should be pretty easy. Get my last few details ready to go. Flaps, trim, brake off, and we're ready to taxi. Everything seems to be working okay. Made a little bit more tuning on my controls, but everything should still be okay. Had some strange audio problems this morning. See if everything works okay. We're leaving off Tuscaloosa runway 12, headed for Birmingham. Let's try this. 40, 50, 60. Heavy on the liftoff. Come on, you can do it. Everything seems good on our recordings. Everything seems good in the airplane. Flaps up. Right. And there's the I-359 headed south. We'll follow that down to I-59 and then we'll head for Birmingham. go. I've got my paper maps out handy just in case I do get confused, but so far everything looks exactly as I expected it to. A large right of way on the right, straight on the nose here, that is the interstate, and the larger road over to that side, that is Skyland Boulevard. So we are right on the right on good. Slow back down to cruise, get everything set up good. I think I'll just stay at 1,500 feet. I was thinking about climbing on up to 2,500, but can see very well right here, so. Let's just see how a couple of experiments work out on this trip, and we'll want to see if we might use these ways to get cross country in the future, like this. A little bit of more turbulence there. Yep, that's the Mercedes-Benz plant. I flew down this exact corridor once upon a time from an air show at the Bessemer Airport. They were selling rides. It was a Piper Lance that I got to ride in. I was in the front right seat, so I could see the instrument panel very well and everything. It was a fun trip. We flew right down the interstate to the Mercedes plant and then back to Bessemer. Not having any problem following the corridor. It's pretty easy to see. Checking on my payload that everything was still good. For the ALTALA narrative, you can see the wreckage of all the vehicles along the interstate. They're all just sitting right where they were when it happened. The flashes, whatever you want to call it. That right there would be the Bessemer Civic Center area. Several hotels, car dealerships, restaurants, that kind of thing. And we should start to see the steel industry come up in a minute. huge steel plants in this area. And I have the airport in sight. Nice. Follow that interstate corridor right there. Of course, there's the airport right there. We'll fly out here and go through what they call Malfunction Junction and start our approach. This football stadium makes for a great VFR checkpoint, puts you almost exactly in line for the runway. The outer marker's working. I knew when you cross that football field, that puts you within a tenth of a mile of the Tusky outer, or the, what is it called? McDinn outer marker for Birmingham, but I didn't expect it to still be working. All right. Looks about as good a plan for an approach as I could come up with. One notch of flaps, get us slowed down a little bit. We're at pattern altitude for the entire trip, so that no need to descend until we're actually on final. More flaps. More flaps. So far, so good. Yeah, based on what they said about where these supplies need to go, I'll be taxiing right up on the big ramp at the passenger terminal. Over here, this is where I usually go for cargo trips. This is the UPS FedEx terminal over here, but little guys usually end up over here. Let's go ahead and fly the approach. I'm not even expecting to touch down till halfway down the runway. This is over 10,000 feet. Don't see anybody out here today. Inner marker still works. And we made it. Go ahead and clear the runway. Don't know of any other traffic, but you never know in ALTALA. We'll stop right here and shut down and try to find out who wants to take custody of this cargo. All right, shutdown checklist. Flaps up. Lights off. There we go. Brakes on. Mixture out. And the electric shutdown. I think that concludes this trip. Thanks for riding with us.